If anybody had a reason to not feel qualified to be a mom, this girl did. So, if you've heard the name Bethany Hamilton, you may be familiar with the beginning portion of her story. She was honestly a child surfing prodigy and amazing at what she did. But she actually had an incident in 2003 when she was just 13 years old. She was surfing off of the coast of one of the Hawaiian Islands when a 14-foot tiger shark attacked her and bit off the majority of her left arm right below the shoulder. So she was in critical condition. She lost, I think, over 60% of her blood. And amazingly, the doctors called it a miracle. She recovered from that. Not only that, she went back to surfing 1 month later. Like, that in itself is crazy that she was able to do that. But there's even more to the story. So not only did she go back to surfing 1 month later, she didn't just go back, like, get back in the water to surf. That in itself is amazing, to overcome that fear of the water. But she got back in the water to compete. She overcame the physical challenges of only having one arm when surfing requires a lot of upper body strength. But within 2 years, she was back to competing professionally. Talk about fierce resiliency, and perseverance. That's amazing. But it goes even further than that. So Bethany also had to overcome some emotional and mental challenges in this as well. You talk about body image, you talk about fear, what will people think about me? And she credits a lot of being able to overcome that to her Christian faith and how God helped her to overcome these challenges and how she saw herself and how she was able to remain resilient. And then fast forward years later to when she got married and she became pregnant. And Bethany, I appreciate her honesty so much. She's been so open about how she didn't know if she was adequate to be a mom. Think about, can I change a diaper with one arm? How can I hold my baby tight and close to me with just one arm? How am I going to do this? And while Bethany learned how to do much of her life to still be independent, she wasn't sure how she was going to handle motherhood. Bethany is also very open about the trial and error process after she did have her babies and what worked, what didn't work. And she learned, though, how to be able to be the mom that she was still created to be, and she was still able to pursue her dreams. She still pursued her dreams of surfing. She still pursued her dreams of being a mom. While she could have let the situation of something that happened to her define her future, Bethany chose to overcome despite that and honestly be such a voice of motivation that even if something bad had happened to us in the past, it doesn't have to define our future or stop us from being who we're created to be in the dreams that we have in becoming mothers, that we are able to have that same resiliency and perseverance to pursue those dreams. If you enjoyed this video and this story, check out this next video about a teen idol who became pregnant and how she handled the pressure of that.